are prepping for the new year now. And one of the ways that I am prepping for the new year is by my diet, not just a lifestyle, but the diet as well. You guys, I have honestly, for me, for my standards, I have fallen off. I was doing like raw week. I did it for most of 2024, but I am starting it again. So in January 6th, 2025, I am going to be going raw the entire week, 100% raw. So that's in any form, like juices, smoothies, salads, wraps, like all of the things. Of course, I will be documenting this on my channel. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss out on that. I have been just, indulging like the holidays, and, the last few months for me have also been kind of busy. So I want to get my body back acclimated. So instead of going cold turkey on January 6th, I'm like, let me just get back into the routine of juicing, of, doing all of the things that I was doing before, just building those habits back up before the new year. And I was watching a young lady's video. Her name is Waisha. I will leave the video in the description box if you guys are interested. But she did like these, I think she has a few of them on her channel. She has these like $10 challenges, and she'll go to like all these different supermarkets, farmers markets in her area to see how much produce she can buy for $10 and see how much juice she can get basically for $10. And I was like, wow, that's a really interesting challenge, especially if you're someone that is, on a budget, but you still want to juice. I decided to go on that challenge myself. So I'm going to go to Aldi's. I have to go grocery shopping and get a couple of things anyway, but I am going to set aside $10 for juicing and see how much produce I can get for that $10 and see, how much juice I can make for $10. These organic pears. So definitely do something with these. I might get, I don't know, I might get the pears or the apples. This is 2 pounds. I forgot how much the other one was. How many pounds? Okay, so the apples are 3 pounds. Let me just keep both of them in my cart for right now. All right, so we have some organic squash. These are the pears, celery, some chopped kale, some almonds. I like to snack on these. Did get some of the carrots, the avocados, and some blueberries. But this is what I'm going to juice with. These other items are things that I needed for the house anyway. But this cost me $10 right here. So this is what I got for $10. This is the chopped kale, celery, and the organic pears. So I'm actually going to juice with these.
Let's pretend this isn't my life. Let's pretend it was a great night. Let's pretend that it was real nice. Let's pretend that it's a movie. Let's pretend that it's a story. Let's pretend that it was glorious. Cause that's where I do my best work. That's where I see my real worth. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, yeah, that's where I do my best work. That's where I put myself first. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world. In the imagine, in the imagine, in the imagine world. Can you imagine, can you imagine, can you imagine for me? In the imagine, in the imagine, in the imaginary. Can you imagine, can you imagine, can you imagine for me? Let's pretend that it's a dream life. Let's pretend that it's a dream house. Let's pretend that it's all good.
This gave me about 46 ounces of juice. So 46 ounces of juice for $10, which isn't too bad. I did see in Waisha's video that she added water to the juice. I guess because it gives you more bang for your buck. I've even heard someone, a commenter on her video said that they also add coconut water. I haven't tried it. Comment below and let me know if you guys have tried adding coconut water or just plain water to your juices to stretch your juices a little bit further. I think I'm going to try that with this one just to see what it tastes like. I don't want to add too much to the juice because I don't want to completely water the juice down. Not that that would have any negative effects, I don't think, but I just don't want to water the juice down completely. But I can definitely see if you are on a budget and you're trying to get, you know, more bang for your buck per se, then adding some water or some coconut water. Coconut water actually would be good because that gives you like those extra added benefits, the electrolytes and all that. But I don't have coconut water on me, so I'm going to add just plain water to this juice just to see if there's any taste difference. I do think that this is a really good juice by itself. The pears add that extra sweetness to it. I thought that I would get a little bit more from the celery because celery is such a high water content vegetable, but it's okay. I think this juice is mostly kale, but again, like with the celery and with the pears, you don't really taste too much of the kale. Try this blend out and let me know what you guys think. I did add in a piece of ginger. I don't know why, I always add ginger. If I have ginger on hand, I'm gonna add it to my juices no matter what the juice it is, because I love ginger and it's also really good for you.
Oh no, I gave my heart away, went a bit too far, so wrong. Oh no, open up my soul, but babe, how could I know you're cold? Shame on you, should have seen what you were like, dangerously nice. You got me all lost, so blinded. You got me all lost, listen to my heart.
One thing that I really want to focus on this year in 2025 is my organizations and habits. It's one thing to have goals. You know, I think a lot of people, well, most of us, we have goals that we and things we want to achieve and have and do or hope to do in the new year. And that's wonderful. And it's great to have those. I have a few of my own, and I might share a few of those. But if you don't have systems in place, if you don't have structure in place, routines and habits, it's going to be very difficult to nearly impossible to achieve those goals, right? Like, so like, I'm sure some of you guys can relate. How many times like the new year comes along and you're reflecting on last year, you had goals for last year, but you weren't able to achieve those. So I was just sitting back and thinking and reflecting on that. And I feel like for me, one of the reasons is because I didn't have systems and structures set in place. This is something that the Lord had been really pressing on my heart for, if I'm being honest, like for the last few years. But I've been procrastinating in that area, and this time I really want to be diligent with that. So I think I've shared this before on my channel. So I have planners, and there are a few planners that I was looking for the new year. I feel like the undated planners will be better for me. There are a few that I have seen that I am interested in purchasing, but I already have planners, and some of the planners that I have are actually all three of them. So I have different ones for different reasons. They're from 2024 through 2025. Like I think, yeah, like this one goes through June of 2025. This one here, I believe, same thing. So yeah, I think that all of these that I currently have that I bought, I think I bought these over the spring or summertime. I've had them for a few months now. They go through June 2025. I'm like, let me keep the journals that I have. I would like to purchase new journals and new organizational systems once I understand what works for me. But I'm the type of person, I'm hands-on, so I have to actually start doing them and then adjust as necessary. So I'm like, let me use what I have before I purchase new planners with the goal of using them. Let me already use the planners and the systems that I have currently, and then, like I said, tweak and go from there to see, okay, what's going to work for me, what isn't going to work for me. So we're going to see how that works out, because in the past, I have bought so many planners and they ended up being a waste of money because I did not use them, or I used them sparingly, or used them at the beginning of the year and then never went back to it. And I started by building up habits and routines. I noticed actually having a routine, a legitimate routine that's going to work for you, you have to set that up based upon, your lifestyle, your goals, make it work for you. And I have implemented for the last 2 months morning routines and evening routines that have been working for me. Put those down in my planner, and again, we're just going to be tweaking and adjusting as necessary. But it is important to have routines in place, because the routines in place will help you achieve whatever your goals are. So that is what I'm tracking. I'm tracking my daily habits, my daily rituals and routines, and things that I just kind of want to make sure that I'm doing on a daily basis. And then also putting in specific dates, milestones. This even goes for YouTube. So I have different planners for different areas of my life. And I feel like those type of systems work best. So having different planners, different calendars for different areas and different parts of your life. Again, you can structure this however works best for you, but I'm finding that's working best for me. And then having a centralized system to put all those together. So have, I think I left it in the other room, it's not in my office. I also have a daily, not planner, but I guess it would be called a planner, a daily planner, a daily organizer that's undated. I do use that. So the night before, I will write out whatever it is that I have to do, including, my morning and evening routines. I write all of those things out based upon what I have going on in my respective calendars. Those tasks get added to my daily tasks. And I try to do these the night before so that I already know what I'm doing and what my day looks like ahead of time. Otherwise, it's just kind of chaotic and things don't get done. I'm a very structured, I'm a very detailed person. I find that works best for me. And also writing things down. I've tried doing the digital things. I know a lot of people do things online and digitally. For me, I need something that's less distracting, because if I'm doing things on my phone and stuff, notifications, phone calls, messages, all that stuff, it's ends up being a distraction for me. And also, I feel like when I put pen to paper, that helps me retain and remember the information. So again, this is all about what works for you. These are some things that I am going to be focusing on for 2025. I thought I was going to share just a few of the goals that I have for myself. I shared it a little bit earlier as well. Fitness, I want to do some sort of physical activity at least 5 times per week. Ideally 7 times. Now, when I say physical activity, that it doesn't mean like intense cardio, like it's going to vary. So I want to at least stretch, at least move my body, walking something, at least, like I said, at minimum 5 days per week, even if it's like just stretching for 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, however much time that I have. For all of my girlies that's like over 40 and up, even if you're not, but I'm specifically talking to the people like in my age group, like, girl, we have to keep moving because osteoporosis is real, like all these other diseases and things that people are more prone to older that you get. These things are real. It's important. Taking care of our bodies internally is important as well. I did share that I am going to be going 100% raw for the first week in January. So also just kind of prepping and getting the things that I need for that. And then, like I said, I've been juicing and, eating more raw fruits and vegetables just to prep my body for that ahead of time. So we are taking care of our bodies on the inside out, getting a clean start. I do have ebooks and things that if you're interested, if you need recipes and ideas and inspiration and all of that, I will leave those in the description box below in case you guys are interested. Or if you want to join me, no pressure, but it is available for you. Come join me if you are interested in getting a reset. I know a lot of people are going to be doing like the Daniel fasts and things like that with their church. My church is doing one as well. Most churches do that at the beginning of the year. I always like to, whenever I do go on any fast or anything like that, I always or any detox, like going on a raw reset and stuff, I always include my spiritual health. When it comes to that, I always use that as an opportunity to deepen my relationship with the Lord, and this time is no different. And I also have my own personal goals. I want to get back into doing things that I love and enjoy. So one of my goals also is to read a book once per month. I'm trying to set realistic goals and things, not overwhelming myself. So at least once a month, reading a book. And this isn't like a spiritual book. It's not a self-help book or a health book or any of that. Actually reading a leisure book, an enjoyment book. If you have any book recommendations, leave those in the comment section below as well. I do have a few on my list. If you guys are interested in those type of things, leave me a comment. Let me know that as well. But yeah, those are some of the things that I am working on for the new year. I'm always excited when it's a new year because I just feel like it's a brand new start. It's like my birthday. It's a brand new start. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Help me out. I have been off of YouTube for a while, and I do need help to get back into the algorithm streets here on YouTube. So by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, all those things, that lets YouTube know that I am making videos again and people actually want to see the videos I create. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you guys that love and support my channel, and I will see you on the next video. Later, sis.